welcome to Critical Tumble, where a bunch of longtime friends and internet nerds transcend geography through the power of Discord to play Dungeons and Dragons and meep at me. Seriously, we've had a terrible lot of meeping at me, specifically because this. Yeah, and then there's that facial expression and somewhat pathetic whimpers, which both tug at my heartstrings and feed me.
Not surprising.
As it should be.
I'm a DM. I love your characters, but it wouldn't be fun if I didn't make it incredibly difficult for you. Whether it's facing down ancient blue dragons or Wild West therapy. Previously, the Cupcake Coterie went down into the Cabreaval Mining Consortium tunnels to sort of inch their way to the lair of blue dragon, probably ancient. They're not 100% sure, but they've had no real confirmation one way or another, so they're just gonna have to see who's been raiding and destroying the resupply ships that Belarus has been sending the mercenaries who are helping out around Baronsvere. Obviously, this needs to stop, so they did that. There were a few detours, setting explosives, befriending the local kobolds, the purple worm incident, the bitey incident, and the minor detour by way of whatever pocket dimension the Archfey Lord of Chaos and Misrule currently occupies. And then other bullshit happened, but we won't we don't have anyone to needle about that right now, so we won't yet. But eventually they got past some really nifty kobold trap gauntlet stuff through the almighty power of sandwich and managed to make it, as far as I can tell, into Blue Dragon territory. And thanks to Hazel and her divination, know exactly how long they have to travel before they're within about a mile of the dragon's lair. You guys had about another day or so's travel before you got to that point. Apparently, supposed to be looking around about lunchtime after a full day of travel. So, day travel, half day travel, search. Which gives Hazel enough time to use her god mark to provide something that may be helpful. But before we get into all that, there's the travel that you must undertake. And how are y'all doing this? Are you doing slow and quiet, or are you just going, fuck it, someone knows we're here by now?
Probably as quiet as possible.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not necessarily sneaking, unless we all think we need to, but not trying to be quite so,
Being reasonably cautious.
Yeah.
Yes. So if Darvin comes anywhere near saying anything like that, it's just LSA going, I think you're the only person who might actually make that kind of noise going into battle, ever.
Some of us clank, some of us rattle, but only one of us makes that kind of noise.
We're not judging, we're just saying.
It is a statement of fact. A glorious, hilarious
Yeah, probably not. Well, okay, maybe like the immediate charge I could see, but no. Other than that, no.
Unless you wanted to make a point and it was by absolute accident. Like Hazel going into gibber squee mode.
Yeah, there are a whole assortment of things that cause the squee that transcends sound.
Sometimes I wonder if it transcends time, but yeah. Anyway,
Let's not ever say that around those natural philosopher types because they
Oh,
do
God.
tests.
Mm.
They would do so many
duly
tests.
noted. Um, I know at one point we decided on a bit of a rotation as far as keeping watch. If I remember correctly, Ave and I were a couple. It was
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
I didn't know if we were going to keep to that as we travel, or
well, it's only the further one night,
right.
so
Okay,
yeah.
probably. I was thinking.
I'm fine with that.
So yeah, I mean,
So slowly, carefully, but not outright sneaking the entire way.
okay. Um, eeny, meeny, miny. I think that Remy and Alice were on the last watch so that she could do dawn prayers at that sort of thing. So Remy, make me a perception check. Yeah, as they're doing the watch after LSA's done her fairly abbreviated but moderately heartfelt dawn prayers to where she's moderately sure east is. There's quiet standing watch, but also with that perception check, I'm not even entirely sure how much Remy would notice if Alice was looking a bit tense. But given that that's probably where her attention is instead of around them, yeah. Okay, so yeah, Alice is looking a bit. Mm, kind of on edge. Not hugely, but sort of not particularly relaxed.
Be expected.
Okay.
Watching her, but if we're a day and a half out, it
Well,
seems
no,
to be expected.
now you're half a day out.
Oh yeah,
So
that seems to be expected.
okay.
We just, makes it clear that gives her a very pointed look, but she's not gonna say
Yeah.
anything.
Meets the look. Considers for a moment. And then just to the air in general, just
I mean, looks up.
nothing I can see, but there's a feeling, you know.
Oh,
So if somebody's a watching, that's what they get.
oh, they're gonna get more
Well,
awfully soon if it is that.
well, it's not kobolds, I'll tell you that much.
And we'll keep an extra eye out as we're going.
Yeah, like I say, I don't think this watching is from here. I don't think it's physical eyes on us, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Remember, it's not just me who can do this, and points to her chain.
Mm.
And some scries don't have to be, within a mile. Well, there's not a whole hell of a lot we can do about it, so...
No.
Actually, wait a minute. Yes, there is. I don't like using magic before a fight. You think it's worth shutting it down?
I think that the dragon spotting us ahead of time is pretty inevitable, and if it's shutting this down or shutting something else down, we're probably going to need the latter.
Okay, fair. I still don't like it. So which one of us gets to tell the others that we have an audience?
Do you think it's going to be watching us the whole way?
I have no idea, but would you like it if somebody withheld that kind of shit from you?
Well, yeah, that's fair. That's very fair.
So I'm guessing me.
No,
then.
I can tell them. You can just take another minute.
It's, I mean, I always tell them.
Exactly.
So, I thought I'd offer, but you just don't seem all that keen.
Well,
And I'm cool, but
I'll tell them. You
okay,
take it easy.
I'll start breakfast. It's not so much taking it easy. I've already had my rest for the duration. More dragon. Yay.
Breakfast is good too.
Yeah, pretty much. And that way I can focus all of my attention on the breakfast and maybe get a good solid look at Hazel's war skillet. Look, I could use a regular skillet just fine. She actually can. She has improvised weapons as a thing. And proceeds to tell a story about how she quelled an unfortunate we did very much the wrong kind of hallucinogenic plant life in the Tipsy Pixie at one point, and
Oh my god.
put down something of a riot with 2 flagons and a chair. And that's that. You guys, more or less wake up at the end of sleep period to Remy actually laughing.
Turbin sits up, hears that, kind of goes blink, blink, blink. Was that was what I think it was? Wow. Okay. I knew it was going to be an odd day, but I didn't expect it to start already. Cool.
From within the
Remy.
cuddle pile. So is that an auditory hallucination or what?
5 more minutes. No.
Remy clears her throat once people are obviously starting to stir, though. Not for that reason, but it's kind of giving all of them a look.
Well, it's you'd have to be peeking into the tent for that because
When
tent
heads
watches
are starting to poke out.
Steps out.
Yeah. You might wanna. I know how Clarity is about getting up. I'm gonna be making some of my coffee.
Ooh.
And tell Hazel I want the war skillet.
Turns around, pokes head back in. Clarity?
No.
Alice is making her coffee. And Hazel? Alice is going to need use of the war skillet.
Okay. And I'm going to attempt to roll out of the pile.
I'm just gonna say you do, but because clarity is like strength of -1 and you actually have a strength modifier that's in the positives, you take her with you. So entire cuddle pile lands on the floor of the magic tent, poof, which wakes everybody else up.
That was not on purpose.
That was any higher, there would have been bludgeoning involved, but I'm glad it wasn't. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go outside, let you guys detangle.
Yeah,
Have
Alice
fun.
has already put the coffee on. It is getting breakfast setups going. It's like I heard the thud.
Yeah, Hazel went to roll and took Clarity with her.
They're
I think they're
awake
okay.
now.
Yeah, and so is everyone else.
You've known Clarity longer than I have. I'm pretty sure it takes more than that to wake her up.
I'm fine here. Just leave me. It's okay.
Excuse me for a minute. It actually goes back into the tent because her strength modifier puts all the else shape.
She just Darwin just turns to the side and is like, "Go to."
Backs of shirts and lift.
Thank you.
Puts Hazel down on her feet, war skillet, and then hauls Clarity out where the coffee is percolating.
I'm gonna go fetch the war skillet.
Sits her down in a sitting position. Poof. Coffee is on its way.
Shortly
How a
after,
kitten feels.
It was probably at that point.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. You got the look, Remy.
And Smeagol's frozen, so.
Yep.
Oh,
Uh,
there we go.
Nope.
That caught up. Whoa, that was
It
creepy.
was a lag spike. I
Yep.
saw it.
Yeah.
Everyone else froze, and then just
But
fast
it
forwarded
all
through about
caught,
6
yeah,
motions.
but it all caught up in fast forward. It
That was
really
bizarre.
weird.
So yeah,
Well, I did mention the squee
come
through
out with the war
time,
skillet
so
and hand it over as I sit down.
Oh yay. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a spicy omelet with whatever I can dig out of the supplies. So
All right,
Remy.
power
here I
bomb
go.
and
Remy
cookery.
looks to everybody once they're assembled.
And she's handed out coffee before she starts off the clarity
Remy lets
first
people drink.
because yeah, clarity first because it's clarity.
Thank you.
And
So
yeah,
Alice,
yeah, you do not need a Constitution save at this point, but you are very much awake.
Whew, that works fast.
so Alice says, pretty sure the dragon is scrying on us, or something along those lines.
Well,
That's spectacular.
it's not like we weren't expecting something like this.
Yes.
So she either has scrying magical widgets or can do so herself. Either way,
Suppose that's not
Yikes.
surprising, but not really anything to be done about it at this point.
Well, I did offer to shut it down, but probably better if I can dispel a thing. I can dispel a thing that's
More
imminent.
immediate.
Well, plus, she'd probably be able to redo it later, so.
There is one thing I wanted to bring up, which I don't know that anybody thought about. You know, the older dragons. We remember from the older dragons things that should have hit or affected Coravel didn't.
Mhm.
For a little while, anyway. Speedy dodge and all the rest of it. I mean, obviously it's got its limits, but if, from what I understand about how the prismatic wall spell works, if somebody's in the vicinity that the wall is going to be, if the wall's trying to cut through somebody, it fails. We can't cast it right away. We need to burn down whatever it is that lets her shake shit off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think if we catch her just completely in the bubble and she tries to go through it, she could get through maybe a couple of the layers before
No,
it
no, no.
stopped her.
What I mean is that you can't build a wall through a person. Any of those kinds of spells, all you have to do is, while it's forming, put, in a dragon's case, a tail through the wall as it's being built. All it takes is a second.
Given we have a modified version to start with, that could mean all kinds of other potential
And
wibbly wobbles.
given that we're being watched, we can't count on taking her unawares.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to burn that down. It means hitting her with things that would affect her.
Mm-hmm.
Like your hideous laughter crap. Or stuns, or I mean, she might decide to just eat some of it, but I mean, particularly the laughing thing. That's not something any dragon's gonna wanna. Dragons have a thing. It's a dignity thing, you know?
I have a single thing that could potentially help in that regard, though. It might, though, if we wanted death wards, it would eat into that a little bit.
We probably want death wards. Honestly, all we really want is things that she'd be less likely to just take because she can.
I'll save at least one for trying to make her briefly leave reality.
I'd honestly be sticking with Death Ward because if this is ancient.
Yeah, as I said, saving
think-
one, but I still have 2 casts.
We're going to need more than 2 casts for something that spits that amount of lightning. Think about the people who don't have the durability, the armor, or the dodge. That's 3 right there. Because you've got Clarity, who's working on it. Ava, who's not bad, but... And Darvin, who's better. He's got the shield now, but all the same.
And yeah, and at least one of you would likely get prioritized if any information's been making the rounds through Dragon Central.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Ree's about got it, and if we can manage the trade-off on our respective ringborn bonuses, that's a thing. But I admit that I'm not as good at dodging as Froseth, and I am nowhere near as durable as Ree is. So that's another thing. But I'd rather you 3. But that's because you knew I was going to say that.
I've also been thinking about other applications, taking into account your idea of, I can make the hut and using that in a way that's non-standard, as it were. But also realizing that and realizing we do need to try to hit her with things that they might not want to eat. I also have I can bestow a curse on her. Only problem there is that also eats into the amount of times I can make the little hut form. So I'm kind of.
Do
we know if she can hear us?
Does that thing take a while to cast anyway?
Actually, that's a good question.
We don't, but what choice have we got?
I guess.
Yeah, we just keep
never mind.
And stay silent the entire rest of the duration. It's not going to be
I can't do that. You're
We're
right.
going to be more scattered, and it's going to be the Corabelle mess all over again.
I mean, I can do it, but yeah, it would take about a minute. So I would be useless for that whole minute. So never mind. That's not an option, apparently, it looks like.
It's not so much the useless. I want that word stricken from us.
You're right.
You would be us. You would be an unmoving target.
Sitting duck is the word. Series.
Yeah, and I've already been a rabbit, so no.
I just don't want you to be an electrified pile of meat.
Having seen that happen once, no. No.
Okay, so we've got a general game plan for phase 1.
Yeah, but definitely, in that case, bestow curse is definitely not something that she's going to want to quote unquote take as you or eat. Actually, I think the eat is what I was going to go for there. So
That's the thing. She might. You're used to using that on. Depending on how you use it. I mean,
Yeah.
making her a little bit, making it harder for her to dodge, making it easier for us to hit soft points. She doesn't have a lot of soft points.
yeah, good point.
I mean, you can try, but that's one of those things that, again, she might just decide to take. We don't know. We really do not know, and that's the thing. Those are things we won't know until it comes to it.
Yep. So for that thought process, Darvin, in general, worth a shot. But if you see if you see the opportunity and
Yeah,
just react based on whatever happens.
Also, keep in mind that there's a difference between her shrugging it off and it just not hitting. How we tell, that's gonna take some watching. Ugh. Basically, this is going to be made of complicated.
Yep.
I mean, there's one I can do that. I mean, I cast strong, and that's one she's definitely not gonna want to eat. Confusion.
With her slamming into her own ceiling would definitely make for a hilarious sight.
Yeah, and that's why she's not gonna want to do it.
And Clarity, given your experience with shenanigans spell work, you probably have a whole assortment as well, plus all the pointies.
Well, I have a lot of things that I can throw at her that she's going to have to, that she will get damaged regardless, but hopefully if I have, I mean, it's all very fire-based, and I'm actually going to be pretty good at avoiding some damage. Not all of it, but I don't know. Yeah, all of my things that I can throw at her are going to be fiery.
I don't think that's gonna hurt or help, but I mean, do what you can. That's all we got.
Yeah. Well, she's going to have to try to dodge it anyway, so I mean, whether she wants to take the hit or not depends on the situation, I suppose.
there's also the thought of I can make images of a sort that can actually, or at least unimage that can actually do a bit. That could potentially, she'd probably see right through it real quick. But on the off chance she didn't, at the very least, it might be something else for her to focus target on.
We might be able to avoid all of this. We might. You remember that thing where I was supposed to be too far away to enhance ability, but I did? I don't know how I know I can do this, but I know I can do this. I don't see why if I can bend a spell like that, I can't bend it so she can't see me cast it.
Worth a try. Because if she's a caster, she's probably going to have means of countering other casters.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you can't see me cast it, it's like it was like with Corivel. We couldn't counter anything because they don't use the verbal or the hand gestures or the bits and pieces.
They just kind of look at you and magic shit happens.
Why can't I do that?
Hmm.
I can try. That's all I got.
Worth a shot.
Yeah.
At the end of the
Oh.
day, if I can confuse her enough, then I can just cast it over her, and then we won't have to worry about it. If not, plan B.
All right. So,
Speaking of things that you don't know how you're able to do it, but you know that you can. I think my patron gave me the ability to charm or frighten people. And that doesn't sound like a thing that a dragon would want to mess around with.
No, but dragons aren't people.
I was going to say, do we think that would
No, it's a creature.
Mm. Dragons count as. That's the thing. Do dragons?
I'm going to, if I have a second, going to go pull out the dragon book for everyone to reference, and just sort of pass that book of dragon info from Twilly's archive around to everybody.
As far as
That would be
yeah, guys, when a question like that comes up, can we please remember who the DM is? Thank you very much. I was looking it up. I will answer Smeagol's question. Please put the book away. Yes, dragons count as a creature. That is what Hazel's book is saying. It's sorry, but you started as people, so that was what the in-character thing was. That's all. So I wasn't sure whether it was,
I was just double checking the verbiage on my character sheet.
Okay, that's fair.
I have a couple of dragons.
Yeah, it wasn't.
We'll see. We'll see where it goes. Again, I'd rather not burn that kind of thing, especially when we don't know how much oomph we'd have to put into it. Because that's the other problem. Going back to what I said earlier, we don't know what's just she can shake it off because we didn't hit hard enough, or she can shake it off because she's a dragon and she be like that sometimes. For
At
all
this
we
point,
keep,
all that's left is for us to walk into it.
yeah, for all we keep trying to plan, and I know that Darwin in particular really likes it when we got some kind of halfway solid plan. But at the end of the day, I guess I get it's actually Barnabas who's like, I think Remy and I can more or less tell you that no plan survives first contact with the enemy. So it's better to have a whole bunch of ideas you just throw in there. The looks of Darwin, I don't like it either.
Plus, we just don't know enough.
And that's the thing, we never will until we're actually in it.
Have to have a little faith.
Apologies for being quite so insistent on having at least something of a plan. It's just I'm still having trouble getting the image of Nye out of my head. So, and the thought of one of you or myself ending up in that state is a bit chilling, to say the least. And I was trying, and my thought was, if we can avoid that, yay! But I know we have ways of dealing with it, but...
Well, that's the thing. We have to accept right now that there is no earthly way that we're getting out of this completely unscathed.
Right.
What we maybe should be focusing on is trying to get out of it alive.
Yeah.
And if we can't if we can't bubble her and we can't slow her down and it looks like we're losing, like badly losing, somebody's gonna have to make the call to run. I'd rather not do it, but better to leave and regroup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've already bound together our our set of arrows in the metaphor or knives? I can never sure which one. There's a metaphor about instead of firing just one.
The people have a saying: the fist is stronger than the finger.
Sounds a I think I get what you're saying there.
It sounds similar to what you were talking about, because a bundle of arrows firing them all at once is probably going to be aerodynamically unsound.
Yeah, I never understood it either. It was just one of half a dozen things you heard from the teachers up on Mount Palor as to how to do one thing or another, and continually insisting working as a team, 3 hours, arrows together, yada yada yada, this, that, and the other. Something about sun rays too that I keep forgetting.
I think
None
that
of it fits the way I Palor.
Maybe all of that was just suggestions to get you thinking of your own metaphor. Your metaphors probably wouldn't work for them either.
That explains a lot.
I just kind of keep it at teamwork makes the dream work. Leave it at that.
You are such a dork. Anyway, let's. It has been moderately spicy omelet type things, so we've got until lunchtime for travels. Let's do the do, guys.
Yep.
One word to stumping, glory, and shenanigans.
Yep. As we get up to pack up and get going, Darvin's gonna step over to Ava real quick. Just start a conversation. Just, hey Ava.
Hey.
Something that's been sort of ruminating in the back of my head for a while that I've been meaning to say. Just this is all so big and momentous, and so I've kind of, when I had a free moment here and there, been kind of taking stock of stuff, and I came to realize those times when you and I were hanging out when we were kids, those are some of the best, like purest memories I have of that time, and so I just thank you for that, and thank you for joining up with us. I appreciate it, and I'm glad to have you here.
I'm glad to be with you guys. Those are good memories for me too.
So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go get stuff. You
Yeah, so you kind of get. Can we have a little bit less of the things we feel we need to say before we die conversations? I want my last words with you people to be indignant and irritated.
Knowing me, I can probably give you reason. And I apologize in advance for doing so.
Ruffle, 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 ruffle. Comb, comb, comb.
Oh, phew.
And with that, bit of travel. Yeah, and can all of y'all make me what?
Oh, I was just wondering what time were we leaving around? Like early-ish in the morning? Right.
Ish. I mean, that's the thing. You have no
underground
idea. You've been
Okay.
underground for over a week.
Okay, so after we've been traveling maybe about a couple hours, I want to cast something with Remy if she wants to. I'm going to. Can I give you a little boost?
Can I flag up that it's going to take Hazel 2 hours to create the Hero's Feast at lunchtime? Might be worth waiting till then, because that's the thing. Alice needs to scry. Hazel needs to do the Hero's Feast. All of that prep work, that last minute prep work, is going to be handled as you travel. Sorry, not as you travel, but when you get to the scrying point, if you like.
Okay. Well,
So-
it lasts 8 hours, so I wanted to.
No, I
make
know,
sure.
but hence the when you're all sitting down and getting the things done.
Okay.
That's I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying that's what that pause is for.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how long that was going to take because I was.
Well, even a regular hero's feast takes an hour to cast.
I was setting aside my death wards for after that too, so
So there's going to be a fair bit
we have
of
our pocket, and I'll be glad for that because that'll mean the two of us can buff stack like mad.
Mm.
yeah. I don't think Alice has got anything that's. While I'm looking at this, can all of y'all make me perception checks?
10 for Remy, 19 for me.
22.
I need to re-roll mine. Somehow
Monk
I
does
had
it again.
I had advantage on, and I shouldn't have. So I'm going to re-roll that if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
11. That's more like it.
Yeah. While we're doing that,
Uh-oh. I think Lindira froze.
Oh yeah.
We're both having the same kind of lag spikes, I think.
I thought we were missing somebody. Gonna have to keep carrying on because we're already an hour in. So this is why I gave us an extra hour, frankly.
Yeah.
And I still don't know if we're not going to wind up running long. So basically,
Oh no.
yeah. Well, no, it's largely Hazel and Furseth who do have that we're being watched feeling.
Mm.
Clarity is too busy looking through her spell books for anything that might be useful in the upcoming fight or in buffing people ahead of time, and Alice is spending most of her time keeping Clarity from bumping into walls as a result, and it's how I explain nat ones, you know.
That's fine.
God, is that 2 nat 1s then? Jesus.
Hey, even I roll badly sometimes.
Ugh.
Thankfully, I very seldom do so when it's incredibly important. So yeah, it's largely Hazel and Furseth have that. I have the feeling we're being watched, but it's not from anything physical. You don't hear anything. You don't see anything. It's just that
Nagging feeling.
tingle at the back of your neck sensation, but without the physical backup. And to be fair, Furseth knows the kind of feeling because it's the kind of feeling he has every time he's doing the elemental scrying and notes that Tiamat's paid attention to him. In fact, it's very, very similar feeling to that.
I'm gonna
Uh,
move as I sort of loop around Clarity to not get in front of her and not accidentally cause a
Yeah,
pile up.
Alice has kind of
Come
got
over to
her.
Froseth and sort of elbow bump him in the side.
yeah.
And then I'm just sort of gesturing vaguely at the ceiling.
Yeah, I feel it. We're being watched.
How? That feels weird. I can't hear anything that's coming from. I don't see anything glinting. I don't see anything coming out of holes in the wood in the wall work. All I feel is staring, and that's really weird.
Yeah. Feels very similar to when Tiamat has caught me before when I was looking.
Your whole looking is layered too, so.
Yeah.
There's. I don't know what to make of this, and why again? When we get to the one after I've done the mark meal thing, we'll have a think about it maybe, because
Here's a question for the
then
wise. Do you really have the time to sit and think about it?
No, we don't. We don't have the time to. Basically, what this means is either the dragon sees us coming or someone is watching to see what happens.
so we
It's
step up the time scale. Okay.
It honestly did not take Hazel's scrying to figure out when you were getting close to the dragon's lair. The stone that you've been walking across gains a fine but increasingly deep layer of sand. There's odd air currents, which suggest that you're close to outside for the first time in a very, very long time. And some of the sand billowing from those occasional gusts look alive. And vaguely annoying as they kind of blow at you. It's particularly bad for Remy because she's the shortest of you. So more of the sand is directed in a faceward sort of direction. And that's around what things look like when you find an appropriate. It's more of a wide spot than anything like a cavern. Uh, uh, I don't think I need Paylor to tell me that we're close.
Yeah.
So,
In the right direction.
Yeah, it even smells different.
Mm-hmm.
given your singularly crappy perception check, yeah, that's all you get.
Yeah.
And for Alice, it smells a little like the sea. That's why you're noticing.
Exactly.
All right.
So we're by the coast.
I mean,
I don't know how far up or down we are, but
DM, would this be when we're hitting about the time
Yeah.
to make the stop?
yeah, this is where you're making the stop. I think food first. Sort out any buffs. Look at what we're about to walk into, and then I guess walk into it. What other choice have we got?
Yep.
Mhm.
I'll be needing a few ingredients. I'm
Alice
doing the
just
cooking
dumps.
this time.
Yeah, Alice just sort of puts her haversack down there. There's a bunch of stuff in there. Go nuts.
I'm gonna look through that and see if there's enough to maybe try a repeat of what we had at the inn, where we had to circumvent the dog pie
Sorry, accidental.
problem.
Well, honestly, because it is a hero's feast kind of a situation, it doesn't require as much food as you think it should. And the meal that results is somewhat more elaborate than you should technically be able to be putting together with a campfire and a war skillet.
Yeah, all of that, and I start manifesting a freaking spread, and I'm not even, and I'm just, as I'm doing it, the mark's lighting up, and I haven't even noticed it, and I'm just like kind of getting increasingly confused by the amount of food I'm putting together. And for reference, everybody, there's that. Do I who just 2D? Am I rolling the 2d10 to determine the temporary HP everybody gets?
Everybody rolls their own 2d10.
Got it.
Christ. I think it was saving my good
Cool.
rolls.
Nice.
Hot diggity! I'm
I
glad
got similar. I got 2 9s.
Oh, at least I didn't do one.
All I can say is, hot damn! People, especially for those who were in need of the HP boost, are 2, make that 3 buzzsaws.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll say make sure that Flitty gets some. Because it says creatures. A fairy
Yeah,
dragon's a
and
creature.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's just, hey, little guy. At the very least, they don't want you getting hurt. Okay. Yay! No. Okay, I didn't.
somehow produced a pastry of some kind. I don't know how I did it.
I didn't understand that, but I don't think I had to. That wasn't really a word, was it?
It was a whole
Was
lot
that
of yay.
Draconic or Sylvan?
I think it was a
It-
squee.
It was a
It
whole
was-
lot of
yeah.
it was a whole lot of yay.
Look, I don't know. I don't know Sylvan or Draconic particularly well. Besides, from what I've heard from you guys, he might come in handy.
Saved my life
Time
on more than
for-
one occasion, I think, or at least on one occasion, if not more. I think more.
Yeah, we get to deploy shenanigans.
With in peeping in Draconic. If you need her to shake something off, I can breathe giggly.
That's right.
That
The giggle breath.
was that Sylvan or Draconic?
That was Draconic. That's
I had no
Flitty's
idea.
Oh, yeah,
default
you
language.
told this story.
Yeah, the giggle breath.
I'm gonna walk over to Darvin while he's talking about this, and just sort of prod him in the back and cast Death Ward.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just walk up to him, hold on to the amulet, and just doink, and like straight into his lower back. And there's like a glow.
Death ward to the kidney.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's supposed to feel like out of character, so I'm sort of like, okay.
It's a little warm and tingly that just spreads.
Okay. So it's sort of like, okay. That'll get the kinks out. What?
Going to walk.
Just watch as
over to
Hazel
Ava,
walk away,
and
going.
by a nose boop.
I'm assuming
yeah,
that was an okay.
Warm and tingly spreading from nose boob.
And then over to Clarity, and I'm going to smooch the bejesus out of her with to cast that one.
Oh, yep, quite like that.
Remy will wait patiently and then look to Clarity.
Yes, and right. Here, yes, okay. And then gets her,
Well,
gets her shit together.
yeah, while that awkwardness is going on, I'll say, yeah, just runs a finger along the chain and just sort of sits, looking but not looking at anything that's here.
And Clarity touches Remy's shoulder and casts Gift of Alacrity, and you can add a D8 to your initiative.
Okay, thank you. It really takes a minute to say some prayers to the respective people.
Yeah. After getting over the initial, okay, that was weird, from Hazel, Darvin's gonna step a bit to the side, uh, and kneel down on one knee and just offer a prayer of a sort to Bahamut, essentially just saying, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but if you could see fit to pointing me in the right direction, I will make it happen, type of thing. Like, I'm gonna do it myself. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. is the gist of it. Not expecting anything back, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah, you're getting the equivalent of a slightly fond yet exasperated side eye.
Which is exactly what I figured. So thank you.
Hey, Hazel. Anything in that book of yours about blue dragons being able to hide?
Mm-mm.
Pull up the book, start paging through it, pull Clarity over to help dig through references. Clarity is infinitely better at document research than I will ever be.
Yeah, no, that's it. That is entirely fair. But yeah, apparently they can kind of bury themselves.
Oh, joy, she digs.
When she says that, I'm keeping a keen eye around it.
No, I ask because I'm not seeing anything here. I mean, I'm seeing what apparently used to be some kind of a temple. I think somewhere inside is probably where all the horde is. There's a cliff edge. I can't see how far down, but down. I have to try to keep away from that if we can.
As we move in, we have to watch the floor, because that sounds like she's probably in the floor.
Fantastic. Let me listen. Close your eyes. No, mostly I hear very faint waves. We're a long way up. Shifting sand, but can't tell where from.
Alright. All setups made. Into the stupid sand vortex full of dragon beams.
Mm. And with that, you start traveling into the general vicinity of the Blue Dragon Lair. I'm debating at this point on the basis that we might get Brian in soon, so I don't want to go too far, as I'd like to be able to throw him directly into the combat if I can. And I think I'm gonna, but if we do that, I won't know where to set him up. We'll lead you into the spot, and if once you get in, we'll break and hope that Brian comes in by that point. is about all that we can do. I'd rather not throw him into the middle of combat, but I will if we have to. So, it's another... I mean, it's a mile walk, so it's not very far. Are you doing stealth?
Yeah.
Clarity's doing it. I'm following her lead.
Okay,
I'm not sure how
everybody,
good this.
everybody roll me stealth. Okay, cool.
What?
Oh
And
boy.
that's without the disadvantage you're supposed to have.
Oh, whoops.
Oh.
31.
9.
I'm trying to follow her. If.
Yeah, I'm not
How?
gonna make you roll at disadvantage because 3 is bad enough.
Mhm.
Yeah, your Clank.
Mm.
Froseth is. You're getting into some tight spots at some point. Actually, I should probably roll for Barnabas while I'm at it.
How in the hell?
Yeah, apparently Barnabas in his chainmail is quieter than the fucking monk. And of course, there's no pass without trace to save you all. Oopsie.
Might be
So yeah, you make your. I mean, I think it's partially because Froseth is. I mean, he's got his sandals, but he's never actually had to deal with properly walking on sand like this before. The beach at Star Coast was largely pebbles, so this is kind of shifty and weird. And even the times his claws come over the soles of the sandals, they're not getting as much purchase as he's used to. But the sandals are useful, so they have to stay. And so it's a slidey, clanky. Ava keeps accidentally whacking her bow on bits of wall. And Remy is made of clank.
Mhm.
And eventually, please keep in mind that I did not create this map. I created a map, but it wouldn't let me upload it, so I borrowed this instead. Come out around here. Scroll back. Scroll way back, because this is a large freaking
Yeah.
map.
I,
All the way out.
I'm gonna refresh.
yeah, I had to as well.
I'm gonna refresh. I wasn't getting anything.
Yeah, I had to as
Probably
well.
from it's probably my lag spike.
Mine.
Anyone who had a hiccup.
Well, I didn't even have a hiccup. It just
No,
went...
you did. You just had a very short hiccup
Oh, my bad.
earlier on in the.
Okay, then that
It
must
was
be very
yeah.
brief, long enough that that's probably when when my map finally when my map disappeared. I didn't really even notice until a few minutes ago, and I'd refreshed
Yeah.
quietly. Where you clicked on the map, and that was where we came out.
Here. You start seeing light at the end of your tunnel, and you come out. If you go to sort of
There. Okay.
yeah, that's it.
Because I didn't see it the second time too. So
Yeah,
my apologies.
I'm not saying where that is necessarily where Hazel will be, but where Hazel is at the moment is where you guys come out, where you start
you.
seeing something akin to actual light. There is actually, for the first time in quite some time for you guys, open sky. It seems to be a little crevasse in the cliff. There's still a fair bit going up that way and to either side of you in sort of stages, although you'd be hard pressed to climb them. But there's no ceiling, and over to the south, and probably a very long way down from the faint sound of waves hitting cliff, the ocean. You have reached the end of the great mountain barrier between Baronsvere and Equitas. To the north, in the bits where Cliff is still beginning to be, is, as Alice said, what appears to be the remnants of a temple to someone or something. Given where it is and how hard it is to get to, there are very few creatures who could get up here. Most of them have wings. And on that note, we are going to take a break and hope that Brian comes back in the next 5-10 minutes. If not, I'll do my best until he gets here, and someone will have to let me know when he gets here. But for the time being, we'll have 2+ hours. Hopefully, that'll be enough. So, break.
I'm Hazel Hearthheart. How you doing?
I need a hug. Melt my face!
Alright, I think you're okay. I'm pointing at Remy. Who the hell are you?
I'm pointing at Sigmund.
And there was this floating eyeball thing, and we had to kill a rug, and ultimately bring back a box.
You are an embarrassment to the faithful.
Attribution! Oh, it flies. Oh god, it flies. Why does it have to fly too?
You are failing at logic. I fail at logic, not you. Get off my continent, you giant flapping handbag.
I hate this thing!
Oh my. Oh, Paler. Oh, dear God.
We walk in the sun, and therefore we won! The armor is done, and it is the most glorious thing anyone has ever witnessed. Don't do things to it!
I love this. This place is awesome.
All of my hate, you giant, over-spherical pile of seaweed and nonsense! I have no idea who I need to hug more right now, so I'm going to go over to Froseth. I still have to try! It takes me long to learn. Everyone learns how they learn. Take it as long as you need to. Doesn't matter to me. Happy to do the things. Always happy to do the things.
Fun time. Bounce.
And we're back, still without a Minotaur, but I'm sure he will be with us soon. I hope so, because the last thing I want to do is try to figure out how to play an Echo Knight. I do enough already. Thank you very fucking much. So yeah, they managed to get to the Blue Dragon's lair, and after some significant discussions about things that blue dragons can do, they found themselves in the entryway to a rather large temple at a very high up point on the southern edge of the cliffs dividing Baronsvere from Equitas. So you're a long way up. Thankfully, there's not a lot. There's enough space that you don't have to be looking down. But it's one of those things where you probably want to stay away from that edge. Currently, you're sort of waiting where Hazel is.
Any signs of movement?
Make me a perception check.
$17.
17 as well.
14.
Hold on.
22.
Character sheet. Get in there.
Yay, at 20.
Nice. Go Lindira.
She's
Yeah.
invisible and perceptive.
I'll
Yes.
make up for that one earlier.
Yes. Although, isn't it a shame that ties go to Defender? Sorry.
Nerds!
Okay, I'm not overly, but you know. And to be fair, even if I went straight by the numbers, the modifier for this individual is kind of terrifying.
I bet.
I'm sorry, how the
Bloody.
fuck do you have perception plus 17?
Oh.
What? But wouldn't... What the
Oh,
fuck?
with
How?
seven.
What is the... Aha!
Weird.
Welcome to Ancient Dragons.
Ancient dragons, they're just ridiculous.
Wizards, what the fuck?
I just like to flag up that while this was something that was very much put there, you did not have to pursue it right now. I'm just saying. So yeah, there you are, peering into this sort of way out, and mostly you're just seeing temple, sand, rock, occasional, basically sand elemental kind of cruising by, not doing anything to you, just kind of wee.
Just staring at the little whirlwind that is a sand elemental, just with the what the fuck expression from my corner where I happen to thankfully be slightly hidden. So that was one of 2 good stealth rolls.
Is it me or is it too quiet?
We know she's
Nowhere
in
to
the
go but
floor.
forward.
Mhm.
A little bit, just on the grounds of if I want to catch this thing unawares, I can't be in the front like usual. Don't think I'm going to be making this a habit, Ray.
Oh.
Do we want to try and stealth?
Stealth
There's-
where?
Fair.
That's.
Mm.
I'm somewhat sorry, but Remy looks to Barnabas.
Mm.
You do your thing, and then you and me and you start moving forward. There's a 1 in 3 chance that it goes for the echo.
Barnabas sort of looking at her going, I don't know about the dragons in your world. I know they're different, being in all kinds of colors and all. I don't necessarily reckon they're blind, but if I could make a suggestion. Ava, how good are you at climbing?
Decent, I guess.
Well, looks like there's a ledge up there.
Mhm.
Might be a good spot for an archer to be.
Good thinking.
Yeah, he's thinking about up there.
Sorry, what was
If
Sort of there-ish,
that? Ah,
or there-ish. And it's like, I know athletics isn't your thing. Clarity, your bubblegum thing makes people float, right?
If we've got a minute, we'll need to have whoever's doing it chew it for a minute.
We kind of have a minute.
Hand her some bubble gum. I don't think you want me chewing it, so yeah. Hand it to Ava.
She's moving, but
because it was either hand you floaty gum or give you a boost and try to throw you up there.
That's what I
let's-
was climbing.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the thing. Basically, Alice was like, I can't pop the wings because that's just going to give everything away, but you're not overly strong athletics-wise, so this might
Sure.
be
Yeah, I'm
easier and quieter.
I can
Very true.
run up the wall and lower a rope too.
Yeah, but you're also shiny and your stealth was
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, giant
Alright,
reflective
I grab the-
mirror boy.
I grab the.
Yes, can we not have a mirror ball climb the wall?
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I grab the candy and.
Oh god, now I have this mental image of a Froseth shaped disco ball.
Same.
Yeah, so after about a minute, while they're discussing various bits of strategy, Alice is also theoretically, if you were gonna try for getting people out there with a limiter on who they'd be able to hit. Froseth, he dodged like lot. If you took out the 4 of them, then your odds were probably half and half that he's gonna pop out on somebody you can't hit. At which point it's Barnabas says, she's got a point.
Alright, and spread out when you do move in, so no single lines of unfortunate.
Well, I can get myself to a spot, but
Let's not blow the big
That's what I was
big
thinking.
spoons.
Gotcha.
Alright.
I mean, what happens if he throws you right off the cliff edge? Save it.
Exactly why I was hesitant.
I'll put Ava up. We should be putting Ava up there. Why are we not putting Ava up there? There we go. And roll me stealth with a plus 17 to perception. I'm not entirely sure why, but roll me stealth anyway.
18.
Yeah, no, that was not in that one.
No, I think.
But you don't know that, so fuck it.
Mhm.
Okay. LSA pauses just long enough to lift Remy's helm, kiss, bunk. You're going to be at our fucking wedding.
Love you too.
And if y'all are going, who's out first?
Roseth will go.
Okay, so Froseth comes out. We'll move him a little bit along there to give space for Barnabas, since he's doing the echo thing, will come out next. And then Remy behind. So, I mean, you're out in the open. Nothing's happening yet.
While I'm up there,
I'll
I'm
be
keeping
spread out.
an ear and
Okay,
eye.
where do you want to
Yep.
go? Show me where you want to go.
Roseth will go up north some, like find the pillar there.
Okay. Boink.
Remy goes opposite pillar.
Okay. And Barnabas is like, I appreciate we all want to be hiding out a little bit here, but I reckon it's either buried or she's inside, so somebody's gonna have to take the outside. Starts moving in a thatward direction. Is anybody else coming out with? Because I mean, we've got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Well,
Darvin will come out.
Um,
The on the map here, which direction was the edge that we wanted to avoid?
Down.
So south on the map.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Just as a mimetic, if you go down, you will be.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. In which case, I'm not going to do what I was going to do. I will. I will head. I'm gonna. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm not going to say that. Let me not use that. I almost punned and didn't mean to. I'm going to follow the general direction that Barnabas is going, but with the intent of to eventually ending up like near this pillar here, the busted one.
Okay. So you're out there, let's say.
Okay.
We've got Ava positioned. Hazel, where do you want to end up?
About there, off center, maybe behind this pillar.
Okay.
Between it and the wall.
Got that. Clarity?
What's the lighting like in here?
Pretty bright, actually. You're a little after lunch, so the sun is.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of people over there. I'm gonna do my best to sneak over, I guess, over here by this pillar.
Okay. I mean, roll me stealth.
Okie dokie. Another 31.
Ooh.
Okay, well, as you're heading in that general direction, get as far as there. I was wondering if anybody was going to.
Oh, jeez.
Ah!
And she's in the floor.
So that everybody, it had to be. It had to be low armor.
Ugh.
Okay, so that's that surprise attack, sort of, frankly, jaws.
Oh dear. A Vax moment just happened.
Kind of. Okay, so what is your AC?
Well, it's 16, but I've got stuff. So.
Okay, so what stuff are you talking about here?
Well, I do have shield, but I want to decide when and whether to do it or not.
Well, I mean, you're looking at plus 16 to hit.
What? Okay. Well,
and it
what
rolled an
was the roll?
18.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's not gonna. I'm not gonna do that. That will be useless.
Okay, so yeah, so all of a sudden, out of the sand comes. Well, first you see the dragon head just out fast enough that all you see is a gleam of blue, and you kind of lucked out. That's 17 points of piercing damage plus. Okay, you didn't luck out so much on that. That's 12 points of lightning damage.
I'm gonna do uncanny dodge.
Okay.
So that's 17 reduced to half. So.
And that's rounding up, so that's 9.
Okay. I don't remember if it is it only the piercing or the.
I think it's only
the weapon damage.
Let me look this up.
It's been a while since I've used it.
No, I understand. It's okay. Can he dodge? When she hits you with an attack, you.
This halves the attack's damage.
Yeah, it's the attack's damage in general, so it's not one or the other. It's both, and that's that's the full attack's damage. So there you go.
Okay. So 9. So 15.
No, because I thought you because it was 12 plus.
It was 12 plus 17, and then we rounded up to 9. So 9 plus 6.
Hang on, no, hold on, no, because you'd have to add the entire thing and then take the half. So
Oh, okay.
So it was 17 plus
and
12.
12.
So that's 29 rounded half to 15 because you'd round that up to 30, so 15. And as Clarity dodges out of the way and still gets shred and zap, but it tingles awful. What rises out of the sand is this gargantuan blue dragon.
Meep.
And I would like you all to roll the initiative. Oh, wolf of Barnabas, gods help me. Sheet. Please don't say anything about your initiative until hang on, that's hit point maximum 116. Remind me to change that again. The thing.
Thanks, Clarity.
Oh well.
Oh my god, Barnabas. So I should actually probably roll for LSA.
I mean, I give him a chance to get here, I guess.
He's over there. He's
No,
not.
I mean Brian.
That is in fact very true. Thank you very much for that. So, 17. Okay, so and the dragon is. Okay. Okay. Pen. Oh, it's Darwin. So that's. Darwin. Okay. I think that's everybody. So that's Darwin, Blair action, Froseth, Blue Dragon, Alice, Ava, Hazel, Remy, Clarity, and Barnabas. That's everybody. This is going to get interesting. Darwin.
Tarvin sees it come up, blinks a little, and just looks at the dragon and goes, kind of not surprised you spotted her. She didn't wear her sneakers. Hideous laughter.
So what's the spell save DC?
The spell save DC is 15.
Oh my god.
And what's the save?
Let me find the spell. There it is. It is Wisdom.
That's unfortunate. Wiz plus 3, rolled a 14.
Ah, damn it.
Bonus action?
Bonus action will be on Clarity. Clarity! Help us kill this thing, I implore us! Blink, 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 blink. I really got to invest in a freaking thesaurus. Inspiration die.
Oh no.
And on
What?
20, we have their actions.
What's the
It's a 1d10.
what kind of die? 1d10.
Yeah.
And the catch with the inspiration die is it's a combat one, so it's useful for damage and also for what does it say? Add that number to rolled to a weapon damage roll. Alternatively, when an attack roll is made against the creature, it can use its reaction to roll the inspiration die and add the number rolled to its AC. So you could use that to boost your AC if you get attacked directly as well.
Nice. Okay, thanks.
I'll have Alice stay there for now. Yeah, it's not overly impressed with you. So let's see what we can. Alt for a circle. Okay. I'm not great at doing circles, but I'll do my level best here. Alt. Yerp. That should get about everybody, I think. Nah, not particularly. So, we're just gonna make sure we stick on Darwin. And 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. No, because that's still not as on Darwin as I want it to be. That's 10. Okay. So I hate the circle bits. That will do. Ahem. A cloud of swarming insects fills a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point the dragon chooses within 120 feet of it. The cloud spreads around corners and remains until the dragon dismisses it as an action, uses this lair action again, or dies. So it means even if it uses another lair action, that stays. The cloud is lightly obscured. Any creature in this cloud, when it appears, must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
$20.
Okay, so you take... Shit. 9 points of piercing damage. That's halved. So it's already been halved.
Right.
Because it's down from 17. So yeah, you're currently being feasted on by horseflies. Lots and lots of horseflies.
So there's a whole lot of trying to get them over my face. Yeah.
But also a lot of ow, because I'm
Yeah.
sorry, 9 points of piercing damage is...
Yeah, there's a lot of owing, a lot of a fair bit of swearing, and a whole lot of.
But mostly it's flailing, trying to keep them out of your eyes.
Those things are nasty little buggers. I have encountered a few. Nope.
Yeah, I've encountered a few in real life too.
Moving on. Froseth.
Okay. Let's see what we can do. I'll move up to the dragon here.
I don't... Oh, it would help if I kind of moved back to moving tokens bit. Oh, for sake. Go. Poink.
Okay. And attack number 1. 15. Probably not.
King. What?
Armor class 22.
Okay.
So no.
Act number 2. Natural 20.
Bonk.
Oh, damn it!
Why did it roll to 3? I don't know why it rolled again. What the-
Probably another hiccup. We've been having that kind of thing all the time, so we'll stick with the. I mean, it's only one lower than your
Yeah.
but still, roll damage.
Okay. On hit, I'm gonna try to apply Stunning Strike,
Mm-hmm.
which is a DC 15 con save, or it gets stunned. It's probably gonna save that, but may as well.
Can I flag up its con is +8 and it just rolled an 18?
What the actual thing?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
I mean,
roll
yeah.
damage for the
Yep. So
Nice
with
try.
that,
attack.
yes, very very nice try indeed. So hang on, let me. That's a bit I haven't sorted out for the maths in terms of. I'm gonna be kind to you guys and go for the average because I know what
Rolling for it would result in?
from me.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. That would be horrifying.
Okay. It's not overly happy with that.
Okay.
Bonus action.
Bonus action will just be an unarmed attack. That's a mess.
Ow. That's all I will say. Ow. You've punched walls. You've punched stone, etc. in training. This isn't like that.
Yeah.
And rather unfortunately for all of y'all, that is the blue dragon's turn.
Oh.
And it tries Frightful Presence because it's allowed to do that. But clearly that does not do anything.
Yeah, Hero's Feast.
Indeed.
Good idea.
Yeah, that and the temp HP. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the temp HP is probably about to come in handy. Because I would like Darwin and Clarity to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
23.
Darwin makes it. Just fucking makes it, because that was a DC of 23. Okay. I'm going to tempt fate here. Pardon me while I do some math. Where's my d10s? There's my d10s. No, I need a dice roller. I looked at how many. That's too many.
Oh no.
That's always reassuring.
This sounds like the wing bonk.
No, that was lightning breath.
Oh,
Ah!
That was 16d10.
oh Christ.
That's 81 points of damage. How many
I'm
HP
out.
do you have?
Well, considering that with the bump up to my max, it was 83. So you know, and I took damage already, so I'm out.
I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like, again, you're hit, but just to make
The
sure.
fully double.
Yeah, if it was fully double, you're dead. So no, you're just very unconscious, and Darwin takes 40 or 20.
I thought I had the shield master
Yeah, that's why I reduced it again.
Oh.
Because you made the save.
R-
You made the save, so why are you...
it's because I'm reading the character sheet. If you're it says if you're subjected, you take only half damage. You can use your reaction to take no damage. So I was going to use my reaction to do exactly that.
Say that instead of saying I have Shield Master and expecting me to know. There's 8 of you,
Sorry.
including me. And
I'm sorry. I meant that to flag up. I'm doing a thing. Let me check. Sorry. So yes.
Next time, wait. Let me check.
Understood. Thank you. Sorry.
Instead of confusing the living shit out of me. So yeah, I mean, admittedly, probably part of the reason that you managed to take no damage from this is partially the shield and partially went through clarity.
You're welcome.
I have two words: survivor killed. It's like, fuck. Oh shit.
Question: what does Death Ward do specifically?
I'll flag that up as a card for everyone's benefit.
It should
We
be 1 hit point
should.
instead of 0. Because I looked earlier.
Oh, so I have 1 hit point.
Yeah. So that's actually probably a really fucking bad thing because lightning breath is not the only thing this thing can do. Let me roll the hand of fate. Well,
That blows one of its maneuvers at least and keeps someone up without me having to spam heals.
as long as it doesn't roll a 5 or 6 again anytime soon. But what you do get is, oh, really? And claw.
She sounds like she was expecting you to just drop.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she nearly did.
She would
So
have done if not for
that's a
the-
30.
I think it hits.
Oh god.
Given that you have like 1 hit point, do I have to roll damage?
Nah, you're okay.
Let's just leave it at yes. Oh, really? Wham! And then turns around to Fardeath. As for you,
It's just this. Wow, she's crotchety. Oh my god. This is amazing.
okay, so 33 probably hits
That'll
you.
hit. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Just making damn sure, you know.
Smack.
Yeah.
Swing, swing.
Oh, well, that's not very good. So that's actually really good and really bad. So that's 20 points of piercing damage and luckily 2 points of lightning damage, reduced to 1 because your storm mark thing.
Okay.
And then there's bite.
Right.
And that one, you managed to dodge out right out of the way. That one, good for you. You managed to dodge and wham, snout in sand. Oh, fuck.
Monks, everybody.
Oh, goody. Alice's turn.
Probably very displeased.
Oh, yeah. What is she going to? Oh no, is she? Given that focus is entirely off her at this point, she's still going to struggle through with her meta magic of subtle. So all you see, those few of you who actually are looking at any of this shit, is her glaring fucking daggers at this ancient blue dragon. And where's my d20? Where's my d20? Where'd it go? Ah, there you are, hiding amongst the d10s. It didn't see her do it. And that was net 20.
Oh, crap.
that means that's Alice casting a nat 20, right?
Just to see if she could get away with it, because confusion is weird that way. Actually, that's a roll for resistance, but. Yeah, okay. No, that's gonna happen. Let's just see what confusion does. Oh, fucking hell.
So she didn't think to go, what's that weird magic feel?
Well, that was the thing.
I love that.
I rolled the 20 for the actual casting it without any particular notice, and then I rolled to resist, and that was a nat one.
Oh my god.
You have rolled in the weirdest fashion today.
It's 2 different dice. I have to, otherwise I can't keep track.
Usually, I'm the one who's rolling either a 20 or a 1 and nothing in between.
All Indira.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, so I don't have to roll until its next turn, so the dragon just looks fucking bewildered. And it can't take reactions.
Helpful.
What the fuck? It's just dragon spaced out. Okay.
Yeah, that's a.
It's just wow. Okay. Bonus action. Healing word at second level. I think can't spare that much. Well, yeah, she's hanging on. She's hanging on to her level 3s as long as she can. So, healing word. No, not mass healing word. Healing word. There we go. Oh, for fuck's sake. So 2d4 plus 4. So that's okay. That's 7. Clarity gets 11 hit points back.
Yay.
As we don't like it when our favorite little our favorite tiefling rogue is down. We do not like that. No, we do not. So that's action, bonus action, and since she's not making an attack, she doesn't get that lovely second action. She's going to stay where she is for the time being because she's waiting to see if she can get enough space to try to throw bubble because this is bad. Ava.
Hunter's Mark. And she's going to try, 2 shots. Spell. Oh, no, it's not that.
Oh god.
A shot.
Poink.
Second shot.
That hits. Roll damage.
Damage 4 plus Hunter's Mark. 2, so 6.
So that's action, action, bonus action. Okay. Hazel.
Okay.
Although you do get at 1 point from Alice. This is why I said to save everything for Death Ward.
Fair point. Trying to recall. I was trying to recall what my boots activation was.
Click
Was it a
bonus action clicking heals.
But yeah, bonus heal click boots of haste. And beeline for I think I'm gonna start looping around. So I'm gonna beeline for about.
Beat it
Yeah, I'm
up.
gonna beeline for about.
Tingle.
I'm gonna go there if I can.
And that's double your speed. So 5, 10, 20, 550. Yeah, you can get there. Okay.
Gonna look at the great flappy nonsense flappy nonsense pile currently derping out in the middle of the room. Grab the Palor amulet. Holding the axe, pointing with the axe, and going, walk in the sun, and the sun burns all evil, and casting Sacred Flame.
And that's a dex save?
Gonna plonk it.
Unbelievably, it doesn't do anything to its I thought something like that would give it disadvantage on saving throws, but apparently no.
Nope.
And that's a nat 20.
So that just fizzles on it.
So this rather confused dragon is just eh?
Well, I guess we're doing this then. And since this is not a cantrip, going to cast.
You used your bonus action.
Right, yeah,
Boots.
bonus action used up. Boots. So okay, so I'm gonna pull my Tinker Top contraption crossbow thingamawhatsits.
Mm-hmm.
And fire that. So axe just goes back, crossbow comes out, and gonna use the hasted action to toink.
Plunk.
Oh, well.
Probably off the horn.
Just
Remy.
Yeah, Remy moves up to here.
Poink. Yeah, I saw you the first time. Thank you.
Vow of enmity.
This does
And
not
she
surprise me.
starts swinging.
Ty goes to defender. Nope.
Oh. Oh. And that is it.
While it says that it can't take reactions, can take legendary actions. Few of you are far too close to this thing.
Uh-oh.
Can Remy? That's within 15 feet. So Christ, that's even Barnabas. Which I will roll for because he's still not here. He's gonna miss the whole damn thing. Remy, Clarity, Barnabas, and Furseth. Can you all make me dexterity saving throws, please?
At 20?
You're fine. Well, probably not fine.
shit! There goes the binary.
Oh, no.
1. Well, for a 9, but that doesn't really matter.
Remy has +2 from her shield master.
Yep, this is to avoid being knocked prone.
Yeah, that's...
Yeet.
Yeah. So, Feroseth is one with the wind, but he does still take 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is it like a
No,
half
sorry,
damage
yeah,
save?
half damage. Yeah, half damage thing. So reduced to 9, except you have.
So yeah,
Yay.
evasion.
Yay, evasion.
Nothing.
Barnabas, Remy, and Clarity are yeeted to the ground and take 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm out again.
Fuck! It's probably what you hear from Alice say.
Welcome to why I was looping around so that I could get to the inevitable into the position to attempt to yo-yo everyone.
Yeah. So far, it's just one person who's been yo-yoing. Okay, so yeah, that's pissed off dragon legendary action. Clarity, make me a death saving throw.
Oh no.
16.
You succeed.
Hooray!
1 down, 2 to go. Barnabas. Oh Christ! Now I have to figure out how to play Echo Knight. Fuck. Let's see, what can we do here? Okay, so Echo can. Damn. Whereas I can never actually find a. Well, I'll use the old Barnabas thing. So he is going to. There's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Echo goes there. Yeah, at this point, he's more than a little pissed off, but he's having the Echo there just to be on the safe side. Moving over to next to Remy, as much to be as defensive as possible. So what we're gonna do is we roll for him. So, that'll make life a little easier. Attack 1. No. Attack 2. No. Action surge. Attack 1.
Oh.
Fuck, ow. It's a good thing Remy's prone. Attack 2. No. Of course, he hasn't been using the other thing either, so. Well, this is just gonna have to. Basically, he starts carving, or trying to, and is not succeeding overly well. Top of the round, Darvin.
Okay, I want to move. Now you said the cloud was obscured, so I can still kind of sort of see through it a little
Ish.
bit, ish enough to know I want to go over here and get out of it, and then I will pop. Actually, right there was there we go, and I will pop the aura of life tattoo.
What's the radius on that?
30 feet. It should get clarity. If
Yeah.
I'm.
Yeah.
And then bonus action will be on. Will be on. Crap. Froseth goes next, right?
The lair action next, but yeah, technically.
Okay. So then on Froseth. Froseth, kill this thing and fix its little red wagon, and let's get out of here. And I'll buy you a flagon.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, look at who we have. Maybe he'll have better luck than I do.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I see now. I didn't realize what you were talking about at first.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
I can try and pull him in.
Please, I'm busy. Okay, this is gonna be fun because
Ah,
hello.
Hello.
Dragons. Wait. So that's
things have gotten crazy.
gotten.
Mhm.
Okay, so
All right.
Hey, Ethan, what does the Aura of Life tattoo do?
It's
at the start of your turn, you get 1 hit point back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah, you'll be back to 1 HP.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not
Sure.
going super well.
Yeah, magical darkness and a 15-foot radius sphere around Barnabas and Remy. This is why you don't budge up. But the insects are gone. You didn't get the insect. And again, the way you guys bunch up, that's the thing. Farseth.
Okay, I'm going to move around so I'm more on the head there, so I'm not in line with Hazel like I
Yeah, no, I would love to know if somebody was going to notice that.
Yeah,
Yep.
I wish I had a bit more movement for positioning purposes.
You've got
Monk.
boosts of hate. You've got tons, and I'm a
No,
monk.
I know,
so.
I do. I just
Yes, can we do this?
Okay, 21. That's a miss. Attack 2. Sorry.
Can you please remember I'm gonna be kind to you because you're fighting a fucking ancient blue dragon. What he was trying to flag up to you. You have inspiration dice, and they were useful to add to your AC.
to
For clarity, you don't have it anymore though because you did go unconscious. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, okay. Remember it for next round. As long as you
Yeah.
stay upright, that would be a good thing.
Yeah, I still have my bonus action. I'm going to do Flurry of Blows. So
Okay.
2 unarmed attacks. I'll use it on this one.
Okay. Tie goes to defender. Nope.
Yep, nope. And there we go.
That hits. And okay, so now it's rolling its 1d10 to see what it actually does. Because it is still confusion. Does not move or take actions this turn.
Nice.
Although at the
sticking
end it
her
can make a
cross-eyed.
wisdom saving throw. And doesn't make it. It's got a +3 wisdom, and it just rolled a 9. So this is the point at which Alice is using a free action to be like, try to get back if you can. Because if we were going to bubble it at any point, it's now, and actually it's her turn. So it really is move back. And now Everybody, cross your fingers, close your eyes, and fucking pray, because now is when we roll the percentile dice and decide if this is actually going to work. It only barely covers this thing. Although I've never been very good at circles, but let's say it just misses.
Helps.
No, just can you not? I'll do what I
Yep.
can. I get what you're trying to say, and I actually think I do know what you're trying to say, but I want to try to get this done as soon as possible, and I don't want to keep trying to make it. I'm going to try a little bit harder than that, but when to be fair, all of this is space you control, not space you're necessarily in. That's close enough. It only barely encompasses this thing. Only just. If this thing moves at all, it's very likely to be brushing the faintly shimmering wall. Also, it seems very bright in there. Not to you guys. You guys are fine, but it seems to. She seems to be reacting a lot worse to it, than anything else. And at which point you just get yes. Okay, bonus action. We're throwing another. Oops. There goes my D4. Never mind. I have more.
The gamer caltrop.
Well, so that's. Yep. Clarity has 8 hit points.
Woo!
Stab Queen is back.
Clarity wakes up and looks at the bubble and goes, "Ah, missed it."
That's such a Clarity reaction.
It is. It is. Okay, Ava.
We think yesterday that we could, if we could shoot things.
Nobody asked this, so you don't know.
Can we still shoot through it? Do we know?
No? We have no clue. Just try. What's the worst that can happen?
All right. 2 shots. Nope. And nope. Big nopes.
Thing it doesn't say if you can attack through it. Rolled hand
Because we can move through it to attack, but we don't know about the other bit.
Gonna say yes. Not that it matters at this particular stage. Okay. What I'm gonna say is because Brian obviously came in the middle of things being really fucking frenetic. We're gonna finish this round. It's probably gonna get a lot easier from here on out. We're gonna take a quick break while I take some pain meds and somebody explains to him what the fuck is going on. And but very briefly, just to let you know, you have an echo here.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that you know where it is and why it's there. But yeah, you can explain from that point what is happening for Brian, because Barnabas knows a whole lot more about it than we do. And I get to pop some pain meds because I'm having I'm having bad pain day. Hazel.
Great flapping bint in a bubble.
Although I am going to say that while physical attacks can come through, you're not going to be able to get a spiritual weapon in there.
Yep. abandon the bubble. I'm gonna. If I were to move, say here, would I be able to see clarity being
So you
clicked?
move where?
Sorry, I'm clicking, and I think I had a case of it. Oh, there we go. If I moved to about there, would I be able to see clarity?
Yeah, and you see it through an echo, but you would.
No, but next one down.
Okay. But just remember, you have to near him around first, unless you want to try to run right through him.
No, I don't want to run right through him. I want to
Yes,
juke
I know.
around him in there.
Okay, I'm sorry I made the joke now.
That got real hiccupy for a second.
Doesn't matter. What do you want to do?
Seeing clarity. Up.
Not very far up, I must say. Oh, also, Barnabas, sorry, you are prone. Half your movement will be standing up.
Gotcha.
Or, I guess, teleporting to your echo. I suppose that's theoretically possible. Anyway, sorry.
This bubbles up. Clarity up. I'm gonna try and take a swing with the axe through the barrier.
Okay.
Or
Chunk into the sand.
one. Give it one more good old college try.
Just misses the tail, though.
And since I now have a bonus action, gonna upcast Healing Word at 3rd level. On Clarity. Clarity, darling, light of my life, please do not fall over again.
Total of 13.
Disciple of Life adds another. Just double checking. Adds another 5 to that.
Hey. Remy.
Remy gets up.
It's not like you
Fumbles
have
her
to
way.
move anywhere.
Yeah, she fumbles her way out of magical darkness.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten about that. So thank you for reminding me.
And then she casts
Oh yeah,
Bane.
you are in magical darkness as well, Barnabas. Just by the way.
Charisma save. 15.
Okay. You had to pick charisma save, didn't you?
Is that a good or a bad comment?
Cocked. Oh, fuck you.
Well, no.
Well, it's charisma's +5, and that was a net 20.
Oh,
Ah,
Ooh.
well.
good try though.
Not that it entirely matters at this point anyway, just on the basis that, the bubble's up. It can't hurt you.
Yeah, I was thinking about extending that confusion. But that's it.
Ah, okay, that's fair, actually. That is... Aw! Sorry. Clarity.
Okay. So as far as what I know that the bubble does, can it take actions or reactions against me?
Well, it currently can't take reactions now. To be fair, yeah, I think you were unconscious when the confusion hit, so you do notice it looks incredibly bewildered, but it looked bewildered before the bubble came up. So,
Okay. So I'm going to trying to decide what to do here. I'm going to take an attack at it with my acid dagger.
Okay.
16. Since I don't, I mean, I don't know that it can't take reactions against me.
Well, you don't know that for sure, but you do know that if that wall worked the way it was supposed to, if it tried, it would just hurt itself.
Okay. So I'm going to try. Yeah, I'm just gonna take another attack action, an offhand attack then.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm gonna get up and move as far, I guess.
What's your movement speed?
30. So, but that's halved right now.
15. So, oops. Okay.
So about there-ish, as far as I can get away from it.
5, 10, 15. So about there.
Yeah.
Okay, Barnabas, you're magical darkness.
Okay, I'm gonna use the bonus action to transport to where the echo is.
Okay, so you move there. Echo moves there. You can see now, and there's shivery bubble. Yay.
All right.
Worry about with the dragon sword.
So then I'm going to attack. I'm going to use the action surge to attack 3 times.
Okay, you have used an action surge once already.
I have. I did. Okay, cool. How many can I use for that?
I think at this level, like 2.
No, 17th level's where I get to do it again. Never mind. So I'll just attack.
Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. It's just
No.
I was hoping that at one point you wouldn't miss.
No, absolutely. That's perfectly fine.
And given that it had just knocked it took down Clarity twice, I figured he was kind of pissed off.
Have I used the Shadow Martyr thing with
No.
the
No,
okay.
but I had too much to keep track of. I thought about it after the fact, but
all right. Attack number 1.
no.
Attack number 2.
No.
God, that name.
I'm sorry. I say this.
I love it.
Yes, okay. Now, thankfully, this is going to get a little easier as we go on because this thing is confused and it doesn't really know what's happening. So, frankly, that bubble's going to do most of your work for you. It's just the lair actions you have to worry about now. But if everybody can explain, or somebody can explain to Brian what's been happening thus far, while I get some meds and move briefly, that would be great. So,
Okay.
short break, then we finish this.
Remy Crustwind, Paladin of Tritharion. I'm here to fight that evil. That was maybe not a good idea.
I'm just gonna
stabbed recently. Take it easy. Yeah, Remy's just keeping watch. Maybe brooding a little bit. Let's just assume there was a lot of damage in general. Okay, Remy is going to scream internally. Is there an option that doesn't involve eyes? We're on a quest. These things go smoothly for a reason. Tritharion is with me now, so you have a lot less to worry about. We have a meeting with someone way above your pay grade. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
We can't just wait here. You have betrayed the laws of hospitality to your people, and you're next, and I'm going to kick the door down. I was gonna go easy on you, and then you tried to murder all of us. Well, I don't know about your magic, but I am rather confident. I've never met anyone who could wield the blessings of 2 gods. That's
Okay.
nice. Have you ever been stabbed before? Quest from the gods. Slightly more important.
And we're back again after explaining what the hell is going on, which effectively is Echo in a bubble of magical darkness, ancient blue dragon in a prismatic goldfish bowl. Top of the round, Furseth. No, sorry, top of the round, Darvin, because it's Darvin, lair action, Furseth. Yes, okay.
Okay. So Darvin will shout out. Can we get magic? Can I get magic through this?
Try.
Cool. And he's going to fire off a chaos bolt at it. Just to try.
Well, I mean, you still honestly don't know because it doesn't hit.
Right. And that was my action. So bonus action on.
That just looks like a damage roll, not a to hit roll.
Okay, well, let's have a look at chaos boards because we're
Yeah,
clearly-
I'll put the card
Weird
up.
spell in general, so
Where'd it go? Oh, that's message. There's cast bolt.
Wait, I'll.
Oh, okay. I was going to put it up, but that's fine.
that has it.
That's cool. My bad.
Oh, no, it doesn't seem to have a save or anything. So yeah, you just
It's a
you
ranged
need to
spell
roll,
attack.
You need. Oh, so that means it's range spell attack means it's a save against that's usually a dex save.
No, it's you roll a d20 with
You roll
the spell
It's like
modifier.
it's like me shooting guiding bolt.
Oh, I see. So it rolled the damage but not the attack.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to look at that. So can you crap, range spell attack. Shit.
D20 plus spell attack
Plus
bonus.
proficiency plus your whatever
The
your
spell attack bonus
spellcasting
is the
modifier is.
combined. It's listed on the spell sheet.
Got it. So it's going to be a D20 plus 7. Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, and the 2 is what it rolled for what the damage type.
Okay,
So
so
that's
that's
cold damage.
Yes. Okay. So 1d20 plus 7 rolling. Whoops. Sorry. Wrong recognize command. I know how to spell, really. Oh, I got a nat 1.
Yeah. So kind of you're trying to avoid shooting at Barnabas, and so you went too high. So
Yep. Okay. So for my bonus action on Barnabas, Barnabas, I got nothing left that I don't want to use that doesn't rhyme with dragon. So yeah, just kill this thing already so we can move on. That's a 1d10.
Okay. Lair action. The magical darkness vanishes. Hi, Hazel. You're actually no, because fuck. Okay. Well, we're just gonna have to. You're 10, 15, 20. You're point. Bugs. Bugs.
Oh yikes!
Mm,
Con save?
Why do they have to be on different pages? Yes.
1 con save. Yep. 20.
Yeah, so that's 7 points of piercing damage as horseflies. Versus.
That's all my temp HP gone.
Okay, let's do some more attacks through this. 23.
Roll damage.
And attack number 2, 19.
Nope.
No.
So that's 15 points.
And flurry of blows. 15. No.
Nope.
22.
Tie to defender, no. Okay, now we roll a d10 for what this thing actually does in... Can act and move normally. It hasn't exactly passed its wisdom save, but it can act and move normally. But it doesn't know what the fuck is going on, so it's going to attempt to claw at the one who clawed it. And it doesn't say how much damage a prismatic wall can take before a layer is destroyed.
Layers don't get destroyed unless they're hit with specific effects.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, dealing at least 25 cold damage, and this is a lightning damage creature. Okay, awesome. So
And
yeah.
she can't even reach the other layer to deal damage to it.
Well, let's just see what happens. Attempts the attack, and that's what. 10d6. I'm gonna have to bring out the roller again. I'm not rolling 10d6. We don't have time for that bullshit.
Though knowing you, you have 10d6.
I have way more than 10d6, but I use my usual 4. So, yeah. Ow. That's 27 points of. Tries again with this confusion. It doesn't know what it's doing. So, ooh, ow. Does it get its? It gets its lightning breath back, but that doesn't go through.
Oh, right.
It tries that. That doesn't go. And bite is again 10d6. So, wow, this is not going overly well for this critter. So, so you're watching this. You're watching this creature just batter itself half to death on a.
Great glowing fishbowl.
Did make its wisdom save. So you just get, what have you done? First part, I'll say, because it's her turn now. It's just, we've beautifully fucked you up. That's what we've done.
Bitch is in a bubble.
Which point, you're. It gives Ray a little on the rear end as she goes by.
Remy lets out a noise.
Did Remy just squeak? Did I hear?
Yep, probably.
Like, was that a squeak?
Will you stop cocking? Thank you. Okay, so that's right. It's not raging. Not yet.
That dice.
Well, you know.
It seems like the dice was having an argument with you.
Well, it was having an argument with my mouse. So we'll do spend an inspiration die to deal extra damage for that one. So pulled on Bardic Inspiration, which is 1d8. Oh, that's a 7, so that's nice. Oh, and that adds number to my AC. Hooray. So that not that it matters at this point, but where's my d12 and my d6 for the ice. That's 9, 12, 17. Yeah, one misses, but the other one hits just fine. Thank you very much. That's good. We're cool. Next up, Ava.
Gonna. How high is the ledge?
I'm really not particularly good at it. It's in your range. That's all you really know.
Well, it was more like how high up am I from the others?
You're up a ways.
Oh, okay.
It's not something you could jump down and not have to
Alright.
worry about taking fall damage.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just fire again. First attack. 26.
Roll damage.
8 plus Hunter's Mark. 2, 10. Second
Okay.
shot. 23.
Roll damage.
9 plus 4, total of 13.
Yeah, getting solidly pin-cushioned here. Hazel. Bugs.
Bugs. Nope.
Where are you going? Okay. Oh, good. I can clear. Well, no, I can't because I don't want to clear the bubble. I did enough of that. So near boink.
Well, because of aforementioned yelling about bitch in the bubble, old college try, here we go again. And
Nope.
1. And that's a very no.
You come very, very close to depriving Barnabas's echo of its 1 hit point. You do get Alice say, "I'm gonna teach you how to use that fucking thing."
Yes, you are.
Bonus action.
Well, since I'm not gonna be able to manifest a weapon inside there, or at least maintain one in there, I'm instead going to look back towards Clarity. And does it look like my earlier repair job did any sort of significant repair, or is there still stuff I could do with more healing?
You could do more healing, but at the same time, that thing's not hurting shit in there.
Looking back. Yep, that's it. Turnover.
Okay, Remy.
Remy moves up to here.
Boop.
Starts swinging. We'll put a first level Divine Smite on the first one.
Alright.
I did not roll advantage. I should have rolled advantage.
Roll again. Damn.
Ah, damn it.
Let's try that one more
And your
swing.
smite.
Maybe not.
Nope.
And that will be it.
Clarity.
Okay. I'm going to take 2 squares to the right. And I'm going to take out my red dragon scale and blow through it and cast Agonizer's Scorcher.
Okay.
I will put up a card. So, dexterity saving throw, DC. My DC on that is
Each creature in the line. Well,
yes,
30 feet long, so you're not hitting
30
Fressa.
feet
You're fine.
long. 5
You're
feet
not
wide.
Yeah, you're not hitting Fressa.
Mhm.
You're fine. I'm
Mhm.
just checking. Okay. Dex save, dex save, dex save. I don't know how the fuck it dodges in there, but it dodges in there.
Okay, so but it still takes half damage. So so 6
for 10
damage.
days.
Mhm.
And then do I have any bonus actions? And then I'm just gonna back up another couple squares.
1, 2, boink.
Yep.
Okay. Barnabas.
I'm gonna attack it twice normally and use the manifest echo 1 extra attack with the longsword out of the echo itself to get through.
Okay. Mm-mm. Damage! Roll damage!
Oh.
There was a bonk.
Oops.
You rolled again instead of you click in the chat,
Ah.
not in the sheet.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And 1 through your echo, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Roll damage! Your echo hits better than you do.
Yay for being time split through another through bouncing off of realities.
Damage is damage.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Top of the round, Darvin.
Darwin's going to run forward, put himself in the square just below Barnabas, or just either that or if that one, whichever one I can hit him from. I'm not sure which.
You can. He's technically kind of in. She's technically kind of in that one a little bit. So
That's what I
we'll
wanted
leave
to
it
find
there.
out. Thank you. Appreciate the clarification. And just going to shut up. Bahamut, guide my blade, and it's going to just stab this bitch. Okay. With the rapier. 25.
Roll damage.
Ho, ho, ho!
Guiding your blade.
Thank you, Bahamut. Holy shit, 15. Nice.
Look at that.
Octagon a doink.
Yeah. And what? Second attack. 21. Oh,
damn.
close.
Close.
But that was epic. Thank you. And bonus actions, no, because I don't have any inspiration die left, and I used most of my movement to get up here, I think. So, yeah, I think I'm good. Hey, turn ended.
That's fine. Okay, so we're just gonna pretend that the green around dragon is the
Bubble.
bubble, because that's about as good as we can do, and I have a thing anyway. Whose it ends? Bug's End. 5, 10, 15, yep. Magical darkness.
It's because he yelled Bahamut, isn't it?
Yep.
Because there is no longer the there is no longer the confusion. So it's Tiamat, plague you. Goes on from there. Frosa.
Okay.
Goes into draconic.
First thing I'm going to try, on the off chance it tries to take up an opportunity attack, is move up without disengaging, then back down. It's basically end up where I was, but
Yeah. No, it's Gonna take a try and see what happens, and yeah, so that's 23. Ouch. Okay.
That was brilliant. Holy shit.
Although you are showing it the absolute limitations of its own limitations, which is it has many. The limitations of that spell are that this spell imposes on her are significant.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
just shrieking in absolute rage.
Now I do some attacks.
Nope.
Oh. No. Flurry of blows. No. No.
Oh no.
Thinks back a little bit. Turns around in an Alice word direction because attacking him is problematic. Of course, she can't even see, so it really is following voice to you did this. Wham. Attempts, but and the damage this thing does just keeps getting.
Thank you, Twilly, for giving us Bubble O Death.
Holy fuck. Yeah, there's an awful lot of fire damage being done here. Froseth is learning an awful lot. Froseth and Ava and Darvin through the helm are learning an awful lot of brand spanking new
Colorful
draconic
Profanities?
profanities. Yes. Okay. And that's Alice's turn now. She's just laughing her ass off at the dragon at this point. Oh God! Really? Again? Okay, so that's Alice fucking this thing up royally.
Awesome.
Goes to Bonk. Proceeds to Bonk.
All the bonk. So yeah, that's holy crap. That's 8. 2, 25. That's attack 1. Okay, so that's less damage this time, but still. Plus your strength scores, so. Yeah, she manages to, as the snout is slamming into the wall, she just threw it and shunk. More screaming ensues. Hazel. Oh no, sorry, Ava.
If I use Conjure Barrage, I'm gonna hit some.
Possibly.
Let's avoid that then. 2 more shots. Nope.
Only just though. Okay, now Hazel.
I'm going to. Well, for one, I'm in a darkness bubble. I don't want to be in a darkness bubble. I'm going to go right.
And you're out of the darkness bubble.
Then I'm given I'm sitting right next to what looks like a very ethereal Barnabas, I'm going to yell at the Echo, "Go left!" Turn and swing at Dragon.
Okay, go.
That's a big honkin'. Nope.
You still have another action because of your boots, yes?
Yep. I'm just gotta. This was trying to aim my mouse and it lagged out a little.
That hits. Roll damage.
First bonk. Bonk is go.
Nice.
Pretty nice bonk.
Yeah.
High strength. When it does hit,
from,
it does hit.
And from Alice, say, "There you go." Remy.
Remy starts swinging again. See if she can get a divine smite off at least once. There we go.
Okay. Roll damage, and then I'm gonna have to roll the damage for just about everything else. I think, given that's probably finishing it off. Okay, so that's
Yeah, because it's 2d6 at each of those. Christ.
25. So that's
Dragon struck by scales.
yeah. Scale splitter is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it took a long time for us to get the materials for that.
Yes.
And critting on that thing is.
Hell yeah.
We took a Dragon Slayer sword and juiced it to over 9,000 and gave it to our paladin.
As you do.
Mm-hmm.
In accordance with the prophecy.
That's not sarcastic. That's an actual as you do.
Yeah, so many different elemental properties.
Okay.
Basically, to
How do you want to do this?
Remy's kind of waits while it's flailing.
This is mostly flailing in an Alice A-word direction.
Exactly. So
It blames her for the bubble entirely.
while
Fair.
it's trying to snap at LSA with its jaws, she drives her sword in along the neck and then just pushes it in deeper while the enchantment is blasting all the magic into it. Just keeps holding on for dear life as it's flailing.
I can't see as she's doing that. It's like, okay, in honor of fiance, magic is coursed through and then up head. And as you draw back the blade, you do notice that the radiant gleam on it is a little brighter. You may have to do some investigation to find out what this means, but that significant bathing it in the life's blood of an ancient blue dragon. Somebody's steel singer weapon just awakened. We'll have a conversation about what that means later on, but it's only seconds after that the bubble fades out. You guys were on a timer.
How many turns did we have left out of curiosity?
You maybe had another round.
Ha!
We whittled it down quite well by then, but yeah, still.
That kept her on the ground. If she'd been able to fly around, that would have been nasty.
True.
Yeah, there's only one person who really would have been able to follow her at that point.
And that would have left her with only one target. We don't like getting our air support bonked out of the sky, thanks.
We need to get something really, really nice for Twilly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Agreed.
But looking at Scale Splitter.
Forced.
You're gonna have to meditate on that or something. But
Yep.
for now,
Later.
yeah, for now, food, and then we investigate, and mostly I think we just kind of sit for a little while.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Me sitting for a few seconds is mandated by Boots, so I'm just
So-
sort of like,
Sitting on a fallen pillar.
Clarity plops down too and goes, "Oh," and starts patting down her hair that's probably sticking up and all.
Alice puts her 12 points of healing hands into Clarity.
I will do
With
a
a pat,
second.
pat, pat.
Thank you.
I will do a second level cure wounds.
once you get down from up there.
Yeah, because she's a fair ways away. But yeah, there's time for that, and given that we had an extra hour and we're still a half hour past time, I knew this was going to happen. But at least it did mean that Barnabas got a couple of actual swings in.
We're a half hour under.
Yeah, we're actually at 7:30, not 8.
Oh, wait a minute. In which case, we
Started
can
an
keep
hour
going.
early.
Yeah,
Yay!
for another 30 minutes.
I keep forgetting it's because we start the other at midnight and then go on. So my
you
head
go
was on a
next.
midnight time. So
Right.
yeah.
Got an extra 6 points, Clarity.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I think we've got about the right kind of time to just veg
Take a
it out,
breath.
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna have to explore that cave.
Mm.
The hole
Rebby
where
goes to hug
probably a
Alice.
literal gold
Yeah,
mountain is sitting.
Darvin's gonna.
Once my body reboots, I'm just going to reach over, grab Clarity, and yank her into my lap.
Darvin just quietly pulls out a piece of paper and makes a note real quick, and then pulls it up, puts it back in his back.
We can't hear you. You're
Oh,
muted.
I was
You
going to
just
try,
muted again.
and seeing the look in Alice's face, I was going to try the laughter thing again, and I had a good one, but I didn't get to use it, so I'm going to save it for later.
Uh,
Oh.
I'm
Oh,
gonna go back to hugging my fiance.
Yeah, it's really
Um,
cornball. You don't want to know. Trust me.
I was gonna butterscotch.
And it's just butterscotch is just. Are there friends? Are there friends? Are there friends? There's a thing. If you don't mind, I'm gonna try dissecting this.
Feel free.
Have fun.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it'll be productive.
That's just so you two.
Ava, go participate in dragon dismantling. Isn't you need to know as much about their bits and bobs as possible so you can be double sure to aim in the squishy bits.
I suppose that's a fair point.
She got some
I'm
good
gonna
shots.
fish around in the bag and pull out the dragon book and hand it to Clarity, so if she's watching them futz with stuff, she gets to
Yeah.
point
Yeah.
out hilarious organ bits.
Well, the book doesn't actually cover organ bits.
Or just compare analysis external parts.
Yeah. Alice does extend to giving herself a little bit of enhanced ability so that she can get all the bits she wants, which includes several teeth, one for each of you, one for her, and a few for trade. She did manage to get the lightning gland, which is more for selling than for anything else. A few of the scales in case some people need them for potions, and a significant amount of the skin. Also removes its liver and goes, I know we had Heroes Feast thing, but we're eating that.
Okay.
Okay.
And Darwin just goes, ah! Because he's kind of sort of getting an idea why.
It's actually solemn people tradition.
Solemn, sorry.
It particularly when it nearly killed one of your pack.
Sorry. Wrong intent.
I get it, and it's a cult. I wasn't getting at you. It's a cultural thing.
Was update. Update good.
It's important to us on a number of levels, and there is a certain amount of celebratory to it. But there's a deep meaning of taking its strength, and we got it before it got us. So, really significant oomph stuff going on.
Thank you.
Clarity was about to open her mouth and then just whispers to Hazel, "We're going to need a lot of onions."
To be fair, Hazel actually knows that she does that she does these things with onions. That is in
Ooh,
fact how.
yes. That is in fact the goal. I think we. I'm just gonna start because after doing the hero's feast, I put all the ingredients back in my bag. I'm just gonna pull them out and set them to the side so Alice can grab whatever she needs.
Yeah. And this is obviously this is after the it takes a while to do all of this, and she's taken the various edibles, but mostly it involves the liver, and on an ancient dragon there's an awful lot of liver.
Rhyminy.
Yeah.
That
brings
thing is
out
bigger than I am.
brings out the salt. It kind of has to be leached a bit first because it's full of yeeg. So I guess we can treasure hunt. Meantime,
Yes.
I guess the temple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Step inside the actual temple, and I mean the whole thing has largely been gutted to make room for. There's a lot of gems. There's also an awful lot of artwork, and a lot of it seems to be some kind of cultural significance to some group or other, just because of the sheer beauty and grace of the pieces. Some statues, some paintings, jewelry that's more like the crown jewel royal display pieces rather than just for their intrinsic material worth. They're clearly set up displays. And at the very back of this cavernous room, there is a very large statue. The body seems to be made of, you think it might be black diamond for all you know, but you'd have to take a closer look to be sure, except for 4 of the heads. One of the heads is black diamond. One is plain diamond. One is sapphire. One is ruby, and one is emerald. And this thing is ancient dragon size.
I guess that's what that's supposed to be.
Wow. That's
Holy crap.
mildly terrifying.
Mildly?
I'm understating, just so I don't run screaming.
Before we get any further into the chamber, I'm gonna check for traps just in case.
I
Okay.
was just thinking that.
That's a 27.
There are absolutely no traps in this room. There are several piles of bones off in a far corner, out of sight of everything, which indicates that honestly, an ancient blue dragon is the only trap you need.
I'm gonna take a moment to start while facing the statue, but then I'm gonna turn 360 with detect magic.
Okay.
Remy was eyeing that statue very suspiciously.
Roll me a perception check, Remy.
Oops.
It's shiny.
Fair enough.
It's-
He looks expectantly at Darwin
Mm.
doing his thing.
There is a certain amount of divination magic in that statue. Not much. It's not a huge situation, but he's seen enough of Hazel's being a conduit that it was probably something that was it's either used in divination bits and pieces, or it's just a way to commune with her god. There are other bits of magic around the room of various types, from various art pieces, a couple of weapons, some bits and pieces that I haven't really looked over far into, but I have them in my cards, but my cards are over there. So
We can go.
if-
We can. He'll just go through and point out.
Yeah, well, I can reach through them if you talk amongst yourselves.
Oh,
but,
okay. I didn't know
but
if you want to do that now.
let's start with the statue anyway.
Okay. So the statue here has a little bit of divination going on it, a tiny bit. It's like it was used to bring it through, or basically just to commune. Very minor amount. And then there's a couple of pieces over there. There's a couple over here, over there. Various, I think, gems, some couple of weapons over there, a couple of art pieces over there. Give me a minute. Let me read through.
As Darvin's looking through that, the feel of divination enchantment on that statue kind of increases.
Wait, whoa.
What?
What?
At which
It
point
went up.
you and Froseth recognizes this voice, where probably the rest of you don't so much. You really need to stop.
And Darwin just grins. Froseth.
Do all of you all want to please make me a dex save?
Oh,
If you're gonna go grinning at fucking Tiamat, you deserve what you get.
Yep.
That's all. Is all of us?
oh, jeez.
Yes, it's every last one of you.
All right.
18, except I'm gonna add.
For me.
17.
I'm gonna add.
Dear, still
Well,
needs to get
actually,
back.
no. That's if I fail one. So never mind.
It doesn't entirely matter. The Froseth is the only one who avoids getting beamed by bits of the ceiling.
Oh, crap.
So
Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
you're all taking 13 points of bludgeoning damage
Ow.
as everything shakes. And it's only Froseth with his affinity for Earth that's actually in any kind of position to be speaking at all. Never mind, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off.
13?
You said 13?
I said 13. Froseth?
Yep.
Your blade is humming.
Okay.
That drops the. It makes Darwin drop the detect magic because
Mhm.
wham and up. Yeah.
With the blade humming, I guess I'll pull it out with like the cavern's like still shaking and
Yeah.
whatnot. Maybe try to like concentrate on the blade and see if I can do anything through it for calming this down.
Sometimes you just need to hit a thing.
Should I make a
Hit a
dex
thing?
save?
I hit the statue.
Oh, roll me. I mean, you still gonna have to roll me an attack only because the ground is still shaking.
Yeah.
Lindira just got back. Do you
Nat
want her
one.
to roll a
Save.
To be fair, it's still a 10, so because it's a gargantuan statue, I really don't see how you can possibly miss it. Take another swing just to be on the safe side. Because sorry, this isn't
No.
important.
20 after that. Wow.
First one you get jogged off to the side and you somehow miss, but that puts you in a perfect position to, given your height, jam it directly into where the heart of this thing would be if it was an actual dragon. Which point, first the shaking stops, and a second later, that statue shatters into shards, and I'm giving first that it's evasion, and you guys are far enough away that you're not getting hit with debris of
Avalanche of gems, joy.
well, it's more literally
Shard, tiny bit.
Splinters.
yeah.
Like needles, like the cactus things. Or like the 1,000 cactus from Final Fantasy.
Well, like the reason you have shatterproof glass in car windshields.
Right.
And all is silence.
Sorry, guys. I think that was partially my fault. We pissed her off a lot, and she was all, "You need to stop." And
If we'd actually kept her talking, we might have found out some more things.
yeah, but I shouldn't have grinned.
I don't think
Sorry.
she'd have
I didn't know
told
what
us.
else to do.
That's exactly what I meant. No, you should not have grinned.
I know. I'm sorry.
Placement shaky. Please never do that in front of a deity again.
I highly doubt she'd have told us anything. She hates us.
Yeah, but she might have
but-
gloated.
Consider the pride and pettiness of a creature like Tiamat, frankly, and consider what Darwin has said in his time.
True.
And there's a mental comparison I wasn't ready to make.
Sorry.
Sorry, I just had this mental image of Darwin looking like, well, Corivel except purple.
Even Darwin's like, the
you-
fuck?
Okay.
You put that image into my head, the both of you.
No, I was just taking comparison. I was taking that as the truthful comparison it was. I have been a petty, spiteful little shit, and I'm trying not to be.
That's not the point I was making by that mental image, but okay.
Okay,
But
I'm confused.
Guys, we seem to have some privacy here.
Oh yes. I guess now I can.
Why don't we just pick up the various bits and pieces that we've actually picked up?
Yeah.
And
I can. Well, I guess now that she's no longer going to be yelling at me for doing detect magic, I can. Well, it was that one. Those two.
I
art
don't think she
pieces.
was yelling at you for doing detect magic. I think she was just yelling at you and us.
We
For
we
killing-
just killed.
Right.
Another dragon.
Yep.
Yeah, me and Ree are so far on her shit list
They're
now.
you guys are gonna be on.
I mean,
We're all on her shit
Yeah,
list at this point.
all of
At
us-
different levels, but we're all
Yeah.
on her shit list.
all of us got at least one good shot. And
Okay,
at which point Darwin looks up and goes, "Thank you."
So how are we going to sort through all of this?
Ugh.
Well, let's at least start with the bits of magic, and we'll discuss what we do with the money, etc. I'd suggest we take one each of the bits of gem that made up the statue. Keep them separate. Maybe we can look at something about them. Okay,
Yeah, that could be smart.
through because we're about the 15-minute ish mark. Okay, what we have in terms of specialty items, we'll start with the fun thing. Clarity finds It's a spell book. Title and content is difficult to read. A lot of grammatical errors. What you have, though you are not aware of it, this is just for when you for when you actually try to use the things in it, is the Book of Misspells.
Oh god, we gave her a book of shenanigans.
This tome appears to contain the spells Message, Mage Armor, Hold Person, Speak with Dead, Ice Storm, Teleport, and Wish. When a spell is cast, the DM reveals the spell's true nature.
Oh.
Oh,
dear.
Wow.
We let her loose in anywhere, and she's just gonna cause havoc.
So I'm just going to keep that there. I'll make a note of the ones you think you can cast from the book as we get there. So also find a set of candles. And after some study, you find that they're magically linked. And they don't ever seem to run out of wick. Basically, you light one of the candles to cause it to burn with a blue flame. By holding parchment over the flame, any ink on the page is burnt off, leaving the paper unmarked. When you finish using the candle in this way, you can extinguish the flame as you normally would. Once you do, the linked candle suddenly comes alight with a normal orange fire that cannot be extinguished by non-magical means. The newly lit candle gives off a faint lavender scent. By holding a plain piece of parchment over the orange flame, the ink from the first piece of parchment is magically burned onto the new one as the candle heats it. Once all the ink has been transcribed onto the new parchment in this way, the orange flame winks out. These are from that other set that Smeagol sent me.
Oh, the Griffin's saddlebag.
Yes, you also find what appears to be a repurposed pot lid. This is the battle chef buckler. This small shield is the repurposed pot lid of a famous adventuring chef. While wielding the shield, you have advantage on saving throws to resist or avoid taking fire damage. In addition, if you place the shield face down over a pot or similar vessel that's holding no more than 2 gallons of a water-based liquid inside, the vessel and its liquid comes to a rolling boil after 10 minutes.
Oh my god, more cookware shenanigans.
On the vein of cookery, you have a small wooden box containing a variety of unusual spices. You can expend one use of the spectacular spices to change the flavor of 1 cubic foot of organic matter to any flavor you wish. Doing this also makes the organic matter digestible if it is not already. Once you say this, Alice is kind of immediately mine. Though both delicious and foul flavors can be created, the spice itself is harmless. If the flavored material is poisonous or is diseased, you gain advantage to your save to resist its effect when consumed. It's just bye, thank you.
Hazel, that lid's so yours.
Given the kinds of things you're cooking on a regular basis, and what you would have been up with the people, definitely a good idea.
We'll have to see if anybody in Egref can extend its life. It's only got limited uses. We'll have to see if we can find a way to recharge it. There's an interesting ring. It seems to be basic steel, but there's a crystal set in it. It's ghost-like transparent. When Darvin picks it up to look at it, there's a swell of nostalgia, and he remembers various bits from his past, which, I mean, given he was just talking with Ava, at first it's like that's pretty normal, but this is a ring of memories. This ring can record a memory of up to 1 hour long and cannot be viewed by anyone who isn't attuned to the ring. Once a day, the wearer can enter a trance-like state to witness the memory as an outside observer. During this time, they are unable to physically interact, converse with, or alter the memory. Details within the memory fade when the wearer strays too far from the memory's original host, and environmental clarity is dependent on the original host perception at the time. During this trance, the wearer is totally unaware of their real-world surroundings, suffering any damage, however, instantly breaks the trance. A stored memory can be forever erased at will, allowing room for another to take its place. To store a memory, it must have occurred within the past week. The wearer may choose to have no recollection of the memory once stored, making its discovery impossible through mind reading. So if you want to hide a memory,
That's pretty
you
cool.
stick it in there and remove it from your own head. We'll have to think about who needs that one.
Yeah, that's got some interesting applications.
There's also a little bracelet that seems to have a very small crossbow set into it. This is Quick Draw. This curious contraption is in fact a small, surreptitious hand crossbow that can be worn on a wrist or forearm without requiring a free hand to use it. On the first turn of combat, you can immediately use your reaction to fire the weapon at a creature you can see within range. If you don't fire the crossbow in this way, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn to make a single ranged attack with it instead. In order to use this crossbow, you must also wear 2 rings on adjacent fingers. One ring carries a thin but flexible string that connects to the firing mechanism of the crossbow. The second ring is equipped with a very small but functional gray blade that's used to sever the first string. When the string is severed, the crossbow fires. It takes 1 minute to reset the crossbow and rings.
So that's a single shot shenanigans crossbow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is more a recipe than anything else, but it's further indicative of how to make weapons from fallen dragon bits. And LSA sees that, I think we're going to go pick up a few more bits.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally think we should just let Jenna have this.
That's fair.
I mean, she did wonders with Scale Splitter, but new techniques have always got to be a thing, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a sword similar to Froseth's, older, more beaten up. Very intricate patterns on the blade. You gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. This weapon has the finesse property, so honestly, just about any of us could use it. The sword has 10 charges and regains 1d6 + 4 expended charges daily at dawn. While holding the blade, you can expend 1 or more of its charges to cast the following spells from it, save DC 17. Heroism, 1 charge, or Wind Wall, 3 charges. Your spellcasting modifier is +5 when casting Heroism in this way. Air Rend. This weapon can manipulate the air around to generate blades of wind, delivering devastating slashing attacks from range. When you take the attack action, you can expend 1 charge to make a special ranged attack with the sword against a target you can see up to 30 feet away. If you have the extra attack feature, so not you, but Clarity,
Darvin.
probably. Oh yeah, you do now that you're Valor, don't you?
Valor.
So yeah, just about everybody does, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Hazel.
I don't have an extra attack. It's a bonus action
Oh,
attack.
right. I think you probably get that, but later when you actually level up in Rogue more, because dagger. You're just at
That-
dagger right now.
That was with haste, so I don't think so.
Okay, that's fair. Anyway, if you have the extra attack feature, you can expend 1 or more charges to use this special attack for any of the attacks you make as part of the attack action. Sudden Storm. When you hold the sword and take damage from a creature within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to expend 1 charge and make a melee attack with the sword against that creature. Additionally, if a creature hits you with a ranged weapon attack, you can use your reaction to expend 1 charge and slash at the projectile, reducing the damage you take by 1d10 + 5. If you reduce the damage to 0, you destroy the projectile. So it's basically the monk shit.
That sword is incredible.
Mhm.
You still have to
That
be
thing
able
is
to use
basically
it
your
properly.
anime katana.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's also a short sword that looks quite a lot like a dagger, but a very big dagger, a short sword-sized dagger.
What the? Oh no.
This blade
Oh no.
was once used as a dagger by an ogre, but is nevertheless large enough to be a short sword. You gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. This blade's hilt is hollow and can hold up to 3 cantrip spell scrolls. Cantrip scrolls left within the compartment for 1 minute activate one of the 3 clear gems adorning its grip. Once activated, you can use these cantrips at will using your spellcasting modifier. If you don't have a spellcasting modifier, use your intelligence modifier instead. You have proficiency with these cantrips. Cantrips cast from the blade use the weapon as an arcane focus and allow you to perform any somatic components with the weapon instead of requiring a free hand. Scrolls contained within the sword are not destroyed after using them this way. When you cast a cantrip using the sword that deals damage, the sword's damage type changes to match the cantrip for 1 minute or until you end it early. No action required.
Wow.
Cool.
That on top of, frankly, more treasure than you can adequately count.
Wow, that cantrip infusion gives me thoughts.
Right?
I could give someone radiant nonsense. That would make this little pointy thing radiant.
Clarity, I guess there's
half of us have radiant damage
Already.
attached to our bits and pieces already, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
clarity. I guess there isn't a spell that counts coins, huh?
No, just your brain.
Darwin's just looking around going, I don't have that much brain. Wait. Damn it!
Those of you who can cast Revivify and Resurrection-y things, take at least 2 more diamonds that can do the
Oh.
thing.
Yep, that is a good thought. Really need some of
So,
those.
at least 2 more raised dead diamonds.
Yes, and 2 more Revivify diamonds.
Damn.
Yeah, basically,
The
if you
more we
need,
have, the better.
yeah, if you need any components, now's the
If we hadn't
time.
had, I mean, look
Yes.
at that. If we hadn't had the prismatic orb thing, we would.
We would all be very dead.
Exactly.
And there are more of these that we are going after.
Exactly.
Pretty much. Basically, we have a lot of this stuff to and we've got to leave some for the kobolds. We need to leave a
Yes,
lot
a
for the
lot, yeah.
kobolds, frankly.
Oh yes, that will save us
And
a lot of.
and they're gonna
shuffling.
want to bring that themselves to the new keeper of the shiny.
Yes.
So anything we want Calichel to have, I'm gonna recommend this. Because we got a lot from the purple worm too. 1,000 each, 2,000 in the party funds, 3,000 for Hearthhome. Leave the rest. We've cleared the way. The other people that still need them. Kiel Fortinbras, Calatiel, the kobolds, they can come back for it.
Well, good to me.
DM, just quick clarification point, because I'm a little fuzzy on what you
Stop
meant by 1,000.
explaining and ask the question. Thank you.
The question was, I'm a little fuzzy on what you meant by 1,000, gold or platinum.
Gold.
Thank you.
We don't need that much money.
Mhm. Yeah.
And given that we can do most of this, and we have, and I know that we're going to want to use your teleport to get us to the edge of the winter waste so that we can get started there and cut down our time. But between wedding, talking to Calichiel, talking to Hial Fortinbras, that's going to eat a week anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And my question is, do we really want to walk all that way back?
No.
Not really.
So I think we stay here collecting everything, rest up for a little while. I mean, honestly, I would recommend you crashing out here because those of us who were hurt pretty bad. And we have dragon liver.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, I didn't get a chance to eat the red one.
That's very fair.
And come morning, we port back to I think the one I gave you is just next to the Conundrum Pavilion in one of those weird little boothy things they have. They're good-sized boothy things. Don't worry too much about it, but yeah.
Oh, good. We won't be in a pile.
No, definitely
And
not.
and
We'll be in the same huddle we need to. It's based. They're the size of a teleportation circle, and they'll fit whatever it fits into a teleportation circle, which means us. So that's fine. But that gives us some time to settle, figure out, what we're doing, etc., and we go from there. This is probably the first fight where I haven't been hit at all.
We got awfully fortunate.
I feel vaguely cheated.
Speak for yourself.
Remy,
Look, guys, how many times have I been knocked unconscious or worse?
don't look a gift dragon in the mouth.
Exactly.
That holds up one of her dragon teeth. You look a gift dragon. The only that's the whole point. You have the gift of a dragon. You're going to look it in as many places as you need to get the bits you want.
That's very fair.
Only after it's dead, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you see, that's when it's a gift. When it's dead, it's a gift dragon. When it's alive, it's a curse dragon.
I'm just glad this didn't end up not being strictly necessary.
Well, I have lots of shiny new ways of providing life and healing to people. I am really getting used to this being a celestial thing. So disturbing. But yeah, I'm also picking up an extra 30 gold to get something really, really, really nice for Twilly, and you'll have to help me shop for it.
Will do.
Yes.
And on that note, we're only a little past our normal time, but that's
that worked out well.
but given that we took an hour ahead of time, I'm sorry you missed so much of the fight. I really
Hey,
am. We tried to
there's
stall. We really
But
did.
to be fair, you only missed one round.
This is
Surprise
I
round and one
appreciate it.
round.
I tried it.
Yeah, you're right, the surprise round.
I know. But I understand. I really do. I'm just really sorry that you missed the lead up because some of that was kind of impressive, and you might have had some other ideas of what to do that I couldn't because I'm already piloting the dragon, the lair, and learning how to play Echo Knight on top of that was a little much.
I'm
But
just glad I got out when I did, because anything involving my parents, my mother especially, time has no meaning.
Oh yeah,
I understand that.
I sympathize.
Yeah, I've been on a
So
number of phone calls that went on for days.
Mm-hmm. So to be out of there, getting there at 3:30, but back here at 6:30, I will take it every single time. I didn't even have to try to push it along either.
it's good, I guess. In any case, we will be back in 2 weeks' time with the final divvying up of the fruits of our gory labors, and at least in part finding out why Alice A decided to stall a little bit. So see you guys in 2 weeks.